Something has been happening to you lately. Something you cannot quite name, but you feel it every day. A kind of shifting, a restlessness beneath the surface that doesn't go away no matter how much you sleep, how busy you stay, or how hard you try to make sense of it. You may have been telling yourself that something is wrong, that you are broken, are lost, are falling behind some version of your life you thought you would have by now. But what if the opposite is true? What if everything you are experiencing, the exhaustion, the sensitivity, the strange pulling away from things that used to feel normal, is not a sign that something is failing in you, but a sign that something is rising? In the next hour, I am going to walk you through 7 signs that your vibration is shifting to a higher frequency. And by the time we reach the 7th one, I think you will see your life right now in a completely different light. Stay until the end. What I am about to share was meant to reach you today. Before we get into the 7 signs, I want to take a moment to establish something that most people in the spiritual space gloss over. What does it actually mean to say that your vibration is rising? Because if we are going to talk about this seriously, we need to ground it in something real. Every physical object in the universe, including your body, is made of atoms, and atoms are not static. They are in constant motion. They vibrate. The rate at which they vibrate determines the nature of the matter they form. Dense objects vibrate slowly. Light, like photons, vibrates at extraordinary speed. This is not metaphor. This is physics. Now, the human body is one of the most complex energetic systems on Earth. The heart alone generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond the body, measurable with scientific instruments. That field is influenced by your emotional state, your thoughts, your level of consciousness, and the internal shifts you go through as you grow. When scientists talk about the heart's electromagnetic field changing with emotion, they are talking about something very close to what spiritual traditions have called vibration for thousands of years. A higher vibration does not mean you are floating on a cloud of bliss. It means your system, your mind, body, and field is operating at a frequency that is more aligned with truth, clarity, and consciousness. And the process of shifting to that frequency? It is not always comfortable. In fact, it is often deeply disorienting. Which brings us to the 7 signs. The first sign is one that almost everyone going through a significant spiritual shift experiences. And yet almost no one understands it correctly. It is an exhaustion that is unlike ordinary tiredness. You sleep 8 hours and wake up feeling like you barely rested. You go through your day with a heaviness that has nothing to do with how busy you are. You feel drained after interactions that should not drain you. And you cannot explain it to anyone because from the outside, nothing looks wrong. Here is what is actually happening. When your vibration shifts, your entire energetic system is recalibrating. Think of it like upgrading the operating system on a computer. While the update is running, the machine is slower. It takes more energy to do basic tasks. It may even restart unexpectedly. This is not malfunction. This is transformation in process. Your body is burning through extraordinary amounts of energy doing something invisible. Releasing old energetic patterns, emotional imprints, and frequencies that belong to a version of you that is completing its cycle. This work happens mostly during sleep and in the quiet moments of the day. And it is exhausting in the most profound sense of the word. Because it is not physical exhaustion. It is the exhaustion of becoming. If this is happening to you, the most important thing is not to fight it, the instinct to push through, to be more productive, to override the rest your system is asking for. That instinct will slow the process. What your body is asking for right now is not laziness. It is wisdom. Let yourself be still. The stillness is doing something. The second sign may be the one that has confused or embarrassed you the most. You find yourself crying at unexpected moments, during a song, watching a sunset, reading something that touches something deep inside you. Sometimes there is no trigger at all. The tears simply arrive, and you don't know why. Let me tell you what those tears actually are. When a person begins to access higher frequencies of consciousness, they become more permeable, more open to the depth of what is real, the beauty of a piece of music, the fragility of life, the weight of what has been carried, the longing for something true. These are not small things. These are the things that human beings spend most of their lives numbing themselves against, and as your vibration rises, the numbing dissolves. The tears are not a sign of weakness or instability. They are a sign that you are feeling more deeply than you were able to before. That your emotional body is clearing. That layers of suppressed experience, grief, wonder, love, loss, are finally finding their way to the surface where they can be released. Every tear is a piece of the old frequency leaving your system. Let them come. They are not breaking you down. They are washing you clear. The third sign is one that can create significant tension in your relationships and social life. because the world we live in does not particularly honor the need for silence. You may have noticed that you no longer have the tolerance you once had for noise. Not just physical noise, but the noise of empty conversations, meaningless entertainment, and environments that feel energetically chaotic. You want quiet, you crave it, and when you cannot find it, you feel a kind of friction in your nervous system that is hard to describe. This is not antisocial behavior, and it is not depression. It is discernment. Your system has become more sensitive to frequency, to the energetic quality of your environment, and it is asking you to protect the space it needs to do its work. Silence is not emptiness. For someone whose vibration is rising, silence is a resource. It is the medium through which clarity arrives, through which the deeper self can be heard, through which the new frequency can settle into your cells. The conversations that used to fill the silence now feel like static. The social situations that used to feel comfortable now feel draining. This is not you becoming cold or disconnected. It is you becoming more precise about where your energy belongs. You are not pulling away from the world. You are pulling toward what is real. The fourth sign is perhaps the most disorienting, because it touches everything: your career, your relationships, your habits, your identity. Things that once felt solid and certain begin to feel like they belong to someone else. Not because they are bad, necessarily, but because you have changed, and what fit the previous version of you does not fit the version that is emerging. You may feel a restlessness about work that you cannot explain rationally. You may find yourself questioning the role you play in your relationships. Not because you want to leave them, but because you can no longer perform the version of yourself that the relationship was built around. You may find that hobbies, interests, and ways of spending your time that once brought you joy no longer hold the same pull. And in their place, new directions are beginning to emerge. Quiet, persistent, sometimes confusing in their specificity. This is the soul completing one chapter and opening another. The discomfort is real, but it is the discomfort of a chrysalis, of a structure that served its purpose being released so that something new can form. You are not falling apart. You are changing form. The version of your life that no longer fits is not being lost, it is being graduated from. And what is coming next requires the space you are creating right now. The fifth sign is one that is often misunderstood as a problem that needs to be managed, when in reality it is one of the most powerful gifts of an awakening consciousness. You are becoming more sensitive to the energy of the people and environments around you. You walk into a room and immediately feel the emotional atmosphere. The tension, the joy, the heaviness, the lightness. Before a single word is spoken, you spend time with certain people and feel drained afterward in a way that has nothing to do with the content of the conversation. What is happening is that your energetic field is expanding and becoming more receptive. You are picking up frequencies that most people filter out or cannot perceive. This is not something that needs to be fixed, but it does need to be understood, because without understanding it, it can feel overwhelming. You may start to confuse other people's emotional states with your own. You may feel things intensely without knowing where they are coming from. The practice that serves you here is not suppression. Trying to close yourself off from sensitivity once it has opened is like trying to unsee something you have already seen. The practice is discernment. Learning to distinguish between what belongs to you and what you are picking up from your environment. Learning to move through the world with your sensitivity intact, and learning which environments and connections restore you and which ones deplete you. Your sensitivity is not your weakness. It is your most accurate navigation system. The sixth sign is one that many people notice but few take seriously enough. During periods of significant energetic shift, the dream life becomes more active, more vivid, more symbolic, and more difficult to dismiss as random. You may find yourself waking up with a strong sense of having been somewhere real. You may dream in symbols that feel meaningful but resist easy interpretation. You may encounter versions of yourself you do not recognize, or receive guidance in the form of words, images, or feelings that stay with you into the waking day. This is the deeper consciousness, what Carl Jung called the unconscious, what spiritual traditions call the higher self or the soul, communicating through the only channel that stays open when the waking mind rests. The waking mind is busy, analytical, defended. It filters out information that does not fit its current model of reality. But in sleep, those filters lower, and the deeper intelligence that has access to a much larger field of knowing begins to transmit. You do not need to become an expert in dream interpretation to benefit from this. You simply need to pay attention. Keep a journal by your bed. Write down what you remember before the day pulls you away from it. Notice recurring themes, recurring feelings, recurring figures. Over time, a coherent message will emerge. The dreams are not random. They are the most direct communication your deeper self has available. And right now, during this shift, it has a great deal to say. The seventh sign is the one that I think surprises people the most. because it does not feel like a symptom. It feels like a direction. Somewhere in the middle of all the exhaustion and the tears and the confusion and the sensitivity, there is something else, a pull, a quiet but persistent sense of purpose that is unlike anything you have felt before. Not a career goal, not an ambition, something more specific and more personal than that. Something you still cannot fully describe in words, but that you feel with a certainty that defies logic. This pull is not wishful thinking. It is the soul recognizing the shape of what it came here to do. When vibration rises, clarity arrives. Not all at once, but gradually, the way a landscape becomes visible as morning fog burns away. What you are being called toward may not make sense yet in the context of your current life. It may require changes you are not ready for. It may ask you to become someone you have not yet fully imagined. But it is real, and it is the truest signal of all that something profound is happening inside you. Do not rush it. Do not try to force it into clarity before it is ready. Simply pay attention to what consistently draws you, what lights something up inside you. What makes you feel most alive and most like yourself? That thread, followed with patience and trust, will lead you exactly where you need to go. So what do you do with all of this? If you recognized yourself in these 7 signs, if some part of you heard something in this message that felt true, here is what I want you to know. You do not need to fix anything. You do not need to accelerate anything. You do not need to have it all figured out by tomorrow, or next month, or even next year. What you need to do is trust the process that is already underway. Give your body the rest it is asking for. Give your emotions the space they need to move through you instead of pushing them back down. Give yourself permission to need more silence, more solitude, more time with your own interior life than the world around you tells you is normal. These are not indulgences. They are requirements. The work that is happening in you right now is real work. And it deserves real support. And know this. The discomfort you are feeling is not a detour. It is the path. Every awakening I have ever read about, in every tradition, in every era, has described exactly this territory. The confusion, the stripping away, the strange grief for a self that is completing. The strange longing for something not yet arrived. You are not lost in that territory. You are moving through it, and on the other side of it, every tradition also agrees. There is a clarity, a peace, and a depth of connection that makes everything you are going through right now not just bearable, but worthwhile. If this reached you today, I want you to know that it was not by accident. The fact that you are asking these questions, that you are willing to sit with this kind of depth. That something in you recognized what I described. That is itself a sign. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are in the middle of something extraordinary that most people never find the courage to enter. And you are entering it. Stay with us here at Inner Awakening. There is so much more of this conversation still waiting to happen. And every 2 days, we go deeper. If this video helped you see something new about what you are going through, share it with someone who needs it. You never know whose life it might change. Until next time, trust what is rising in you. It knows exactly where it is going.